What's good, everybody? It's the Cloud with Cap Show. UFC 286 is going to be iconic. Shout out to the champ, Leon Edwards versus Kamaru Usman. This is going to be a great fight. This is their third fight together. And yes, I am still going to go with Kamaru Usman in this matchup. I think Usman is overall the better fighter. I think he's a better wrestler. He has more power. And I think that's the way Usman's going to win this fight against Leon is take him down. You have to take him down. You have to utilize that wrestling. You have to, because we know if you stand with Leon Edwards, you're going to get picked apart. And I think, Leon, really, even the whole UFC, I think a lot of people sleep on Leon Edwards, including myself. Even in the second fight, I picked Usman by heavy. I picked him big time. And then I was completely wrong. We remember in the fifth round, Leon threw that head kick and knocked Kamaru Usman out. And to me, I'm looking at Usman and thinking, holy cow. I never would have thought in a million years that I'd see Kamaru Usman just get knocked out the way he did. It was just like, really, dude? He just got obliterated, dude. Like, one shot, one strike, and that was it. We have to give it up to Leon. Definitely his coaches, because we heard in his corner after the fourth round, his coaches were like, look, dude, this is your shot here. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Go fight this man. Knock him out. So, Leon finished business, and I think, in the two fights that they fought, Usman's been up. I would say about 7 or 8 rounds out of the 10. I would give that edge to Usman. I just think Usman kind of gets carried away in some fights, man. He tends to just kind of fight carelessly, and it cost him. That last fight against Leon, it really did. But like I said, I think a lot of people in the UFC really just sleep on Leon Edwards. A couple years ago, people acted like they didn't even hear about Leon Edwards. They didn't know about Leon Edwards. And we know the beef between him and Jorge Masvidal. We know what Masvidal did. He hit him with a 2 or 3 piece with a soda. I think we will eventually see that fight. Masvidal is coming back. He is fighting Gilbert Burns. That's going to be a great fight. I can't wait for that. I think that's at UFC 287. So that's going to be great for Jorge Masvidal. But it's just like the champ right now is Leon Edwards. Where everybody slept on Leon. I just think it's funny how it went, the underdog, and then everybody just kind of like, oh, who's Leon Edwards, acting like they don't know who this guy is. Call him all different types of names, size them up. We saw Masvidal size him up. I just think it's funny now. Now all of a sudden the tables have turned, and I think the momentum right now is definitely with Leon Edwards. The confidence is through the roof, and I think he had a great training camp. They both come in at 170. This is for the welterweight championship belt. This is for everything right now. And I think a lot of the pressure right now is definitely on Kamaru Usman. Even though I'm betting on Kamaru Usman, I just think, yes, definitely the pressure's on him. Minus 250 right now, according to DraftKings. Leon Edwards is plus 210, which isn't significant, but still, plus 210, 100 to win 210 back. I mean, dude, like, those are good odds. I wouldn't even be mad if you pick Leon Edwards to win this fight. He's 20-3, won no contest in the UFC. Usman's 20-2. Like, dude, I mean, these guys are the top of their shape in their primes right now. And I think for Usman, man, you got to win this fight. This is a legacy fight for Usman. Let's say Usman loses this fight. What's next for Leon Edwards? Is it going to be Colby Covington coming in? We saw him as the backup fighter. I do think Colby is next in some way, shape, or form. I just don't think it's going to be against Kamaru Usman right away. I mean, he's already fought him twice. He's lost to him twice. And we could say out of the 10 rounds, really, we could say, yes, Usman's probably won 6 out of the 10. Definitely not like Leon. And I think, Usman's won about 7 or 8 against Leon out of the 10. So I would give, props to Colby. But I would love to see Colby and Leon Edwards fight. We know how that would go. I think Colby would take him down, ground and pound, utilize that wrestling. But I would love to see Colby fight, young cats coming in. Like the Wolf coming in. Just a lot of big things happening in the UFC right now. But right now, I'm definitely, if you guys had $1 million right now to gamble with, I would definitely go Kamaru Usman. I'm comfortable with that bet. If I'm putting $1 million on Leon Edwards to get in this fight, I'm still not that comfortable. Even though I saw the great leg kick, the great striking from Leon. We remember round 2 and 3 in the last fight where Leon was getting picked apart on the feet. It was almost where it's like, the ref almost stopped the fight. It was just like, yo, Leon, what are you doing? Why are you against the cage? Why are you letting him hit him? Just like all that. So I think this is how the fight's going to go. It's going to stand up for a little bit, but, Kamaru Usman has to find a way to take him down. You have to get him against the cage, take him down, utilize the wrestling, and that's how you're going to win this fight and be victorious. Now, on the other side is, what if Leon has great takedown defense and doesn't let him do that? It's going to be a battle. And I would give the edge to Leon, dude. I really would. But this is why the championship fights happen. This is a 5-round fight. I can't wait. It's definitely one of them fights where it's like, holy cow, you're on the edge of your seat the whole time. And we saw Usman, he was probably winning that fight. Going into the 5th round, if that goes to decision, Usman's still the welterweight champion of the world, but, that's not how it goes. One mistake is all it takes in the UFC, just like in life, just like in real life. One mistake is all it takes for your life to change for the worst, dude. Like, and forever, your life will not be the same off one stupid mistake. And we saw Kamaru Usman put his hands down and lean to the right, and then we saw Leon Edwards hit him with that left leg kick, and that was it. Lights out, just like that. The underdog on top, Rocky, just the underdog image, man. Shout out to Leon Edwards, so inspiring, but I'm definitely going Kamaru Usman, probably by decision, just a well-rounded fight, a lot of wrestling, so I'm going to go Kamaru Usman in this matchup. And then we got the co-main event, Justin Gaethje versus Rafael Fiziev. I think this is another great matchup. I'm kind of surprised that Justin Gaethje, who I like to watch fight, he's put on some great fights for the UFC recently. I mean, we remember the Michael Chandler fight, I think that a year ago or so, and that was one of the most entertaining fights I've ever seen. Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler, but right now Justin Gaethje is plus 195. He's an underdog coming into this fight. Rafael, he's 12-1. He's on a 6-fight win streak. He does have the momentum. I'll give him that because we know recently Justin Gaethje lost to Charles Oliveira at UFC 274, so that he took it out. Then he lost to Khabib, which, is a legend. But I think Justin Gaethje right now, he's one of these guys where he's going to come up, and I think he's going to surprise a lot of people here. If he keeps this fight on those feet, I like Justin Gaethje, dude. I really do. I think, he has one of the best leg kicks I've ever seen out of any UFC fighter ever. He just throws great leg kicks, dude. It's to the point where, you're in the 2nd or 3rd round, you're feeling it, dude. You're slowing way down. You're not as quick on your feet. Your lead foot is just banged up red. So I think, Justin Gaethje, we're going to see that. Definitely in the first 2 rounds, Justin Gaethje's going to utilize those leg kicks, dude, and slow Rafael down. Rafael right now is minus 230, which makes sense a little bit, but still, I don't understand how Justin Gaethje's such a big underdog right now. I don't know what Vegas is seeing that I'm not seeing. I don't know, but what I do know is Justin Gaethje is a dog, dude. He's going to become champion. He's going to be at the top someday, and I believe in Justin Gaethje. And it starts with his leg kick. So I think if he utilizes his leg kicks a lot against Rafael, slows him down a little bit, doesn't let him come forward all the time, try to take him down, I think Justin Gaethje wins this fight. I really do. Gabe wins this fight. I just think Justin Gaethje, overall, I've seen him fight so many times. So many different times in different scenarios. He's been battle tested. I will give the nod to Justin Gaethje when it comes to experience here. Rafael, I really haven't seen this guy fight that much as I have Justin Gaethje. And like I said before, Justin Gaethje's put on some big fights for the UFC in the past, dude. Some big fights. So I think, right now, any underdog on this card, I'm definitely going Justin Gaethje, man. I believe in Justin Gaethje. I absolutely do. So circle it, mark it down, put a lot of money on it. I'm going to go Justin Gaethje with the upset, even though I don't really think it's an upset, dude. I really don't. I think overall, yes, he might be the better technical fighter overall, but if Justin Gaethje sticks to his MO, throws the leg kicks, keeps his distance, throws the uppercuts, throws the overhands, I think Justin Gaethje's going to win this fight. I really do. So I'm going to pick him out of any dog on this card. I'm definitely going to go Justin Gaethje. I think he brings the fight. He does, dude. He's got the dog in him. And I think this is only a 3-round fight. I would love to see if this was a 5-round fight. That's why I think this fight is going to be more the fight of the night. Because it's a 3-round fight and both fighters understand, hey, I could really go all out. Only 15 minutes. There's a huge difference between a 3-round fight and a 5-round fight. You got to train yourself a little more. You got to pace yourself. Whereas in the first 2 rounds, you can kind of go crazy, and you can be dead, exhausted, going into the final 3rd round where it's like, hey, leave it all out here. You only have 5 minutes left. We understand you're bloodied up, you're banged up. You only have 5 minutes left. There is no 4th and 5th round, so go crazy, So if I'm Justin Gaethje, I'm telling him, hey, go crazy. Maybe in the first round, don't go so nuts. because we remember the Justin Gaethje-Michael Chandler fight. I mean, the first round was just like, holy cow, dude. They were throwing every single punch to intend to knock him out. There's a difference when you're throwing punches just to get points and just to connect. And then there's a difference between throwing a punch to knock him out with your whole willpower. And that's what was going on with Justin Gaethje and Michael Chandler. So I think if these guys do that in the first round, they're definitely going to start to exhaust and the gas tank's going to go to E. So it's just like, holy cow. Like, I love Justin Gaethje. So I'm going to go Justin Gaethje with the upset over Rafael in a close one. I think he wins by knockout. I think Justin Gaethje's going to connect with him with an uppercut and just TKO him to the ground and win. And the crowd's going to go crazy. I cannot wait. UFC 286 is going to be amazing. Now, is it going to be as big as it was at UFC 285 with Jon Jones? No. I don't think they're going to sell as many pay-per-views. I just don't. I think a lot of people really, this card isn't really, isn't like crazy right now where it's like, oh, everyone's going to stay tuned. It's got Jon Jones or McGregor on it. No, I just don't see it being that big of a draw. It's in London. Yes, that's great as well. But, there's a lot of fights, a lot of prelims as well. But, I can't wait till UFC 287 in Vegas. That's going to be great. But I think, the main event here at UFC 286 is great. You got Leon Edwards, the champion right now, against, Kamaru Usman, which I really felt he was, like, invincible. Like, no one can touch him. And that's how I feel like he felt. So this was a reality check for Kamaru Usman. Was, hey, you're not God here, okay? You are human, okay? You will get knocked out. And we saw that. And I think that's going to help Kamaru Usman, advance in his career right now where it's like, hey, you did get humbled. You can't just run through every single buddy that you fight. You just can't, dude. Like, you're going to take an L. You are. Unless you're Floyd Money Mayweather, you're going to take an L. So Kamaru Usman took an L, and I think he's going to get his revenge. I really do. I believe in Kamaru Usman. I think he's going to take him down, like I said, and really just outfight Leon Edwards. Now, on the flip side, if Leon Edwards wins, it's going to be by a similar fashion, by a leg kick or just a strike that Kamaru Usman does not see. That's how Leon Edwards is going to win. But right now, throw a milli on Kamaru Usman. Mark my words. It's UFC 286. I cannot wait. It's the Cloud with Cav show. Let's go!